Hi and welcome back to the channel, and today before we get into this video I've just got a couple of announcements to make. First of all, a huge sort of thank you to everyone who come up to us at Partisan Show and that, subscribers to our channel, viewers of our videos and that, sort of commenting that and supporting us and that and like the things that we were doing. A huge thank you to you guys, are very humbling to that to come meet you, and also everyone else who we met, traders, people who are putting on games, demonstration games, participation games, and fellow YouTuber channels. It was really great to sort of catch up with everyone in that, and hopefully we can catch up again later on this year. And obviously possibly through our hobby hangout live chats and that. Beware, I will be coming to contact with some of you soon. So second thing I want to sort of say, apologies for not making many videos recently. We're currently doing some work in the house, and that is just taking up so much time at the moment. I mean, I've grabbed sort of 5 minutes at the moment making this video whilst I'm waiting for some paint to dry. So, so it's a case of I can just manage to do this video in time to, hopefully, before I can get on to the next stage for something else. But what's this video about? Well, as you can see in front of you, 100 Years War Project. How did this come about? Well, it came about I was down in Entoyment recently, and I've picked up 2 box sets, as you can see in front of you, the Plastic Soldier Company's Morning Glory and Pacto starter sets for the French and the English armies for the 100 Years War. Now, I was on Facebook talking to Simon Foley and a few others and that, and we were talking about, I mean, I think Nick, Medieval Wargaming Warrior Nick, he posted some videos or pictures of his Corvus Belli collection he's got in 15mm. They were the old metal range. These are those figures, but now in plastic. And he posted a few pictures in them, and I sort of said, yeah, I've picked up some of these box sets of plastics. And Simon Foley of Bite Size Wargaming said, could I post some pictures or do a review of the miniatures? I said, well, look, when I get 5 minutes, I'll put together a video and sort of show you the figures up close. So as you can see in front of you, my plan is to do the early part of the 100 Years War, basing it around the Crécy and Poitiers. Hopefully I've pronounced those correctly. Apologies if I haven't. Because I think that when I mean, I'm not really, it's not my main period in history, but I think generally if you walked out into the street and you asked people what was the 100 Years War, what thing do you remember about the 100 Years War, I think probably most of the time people will say Henry V, Battle of Agincourt. And I think looking at sort of quite a lot of the figure ranges and that available, I mean the Perrys, sort of looking at theirs, obviously theirs is Agincourt to Orleans is their figure range. So they're even concentrating on the latter part of the 100 Years War. But I think, so to me, the early part intrigues me because you see an evolution of armour design. And I like that. I like the way that chainmail is still prominent. You know, you've got sort of bits of plate coming in, bit of partial plate coming in, and then you're going into sort of like the full plate, sort of by the time the men-at-arms have reached Agincourt and onwards. So I do think it has a lot to offer. Rules-wise, to play this game that I'm planning on doing, I have got Days of Nights exactly the same as what Nick's got for Medieval Wargaming's got. I have had them for years. They're a good set of rules, look really interesting, look quite good fun. But I'm probably going to build this on the lines to be able to play that, also play Hail Caesar if I need to. But I'm looking out for playing the new Claymore Castings 100 Years War rules that he's currently developing. And I was talking to David at the show and that, and I've been speaking to him through Facebook and that. And I really like the sound of what he's doing with those rules. So more on that in a future video. So Simon's asked me, could I do a review? So here we are, mate. I'll get into it. I've waffled on enough. Let's get into the figures. So first up then, we have the French army. Let's try and get this so the light don't... There we go. French army. So it's Pacto is, I think it's their the smallest army you play in Mortem Glorium. As I said, it's not my cup of tea, so I don't really know too much about it. What do you get in the box? Well, you get 3 mounted generals, 6-foot command, 18 mountain knights, 18 foot knights, 24 crossbowmen, 18 spearmen with pavese. So again, something I've read on here, so no undercoat needed. I think I still would put an undercoat on. I have seen some people painting these without an undercoat. It looks okay, but I still think a little thin undercoat and that never anybody does it really. So inside the box, what do we get? Let's have a look. Let's put that out of the way. Oh, big bag as well. Let's try and get these out. I'll just take a few out because there's loads in here. Hopefully we get a sort of a sample selection. Let's put that out of the way, a bit of flash. There we are. And we get, there you go, some of the mounted knights. A little bit of flash around the edges of the legs there, a bit of a clean up there, not too bad overall. Again, some lovely detail on that. As I said, I think Nick had them, they were in metal originally, obviously these are now cast in plastic, and I think they have held some detail quite well considering. Oh, there's some of the horses. Let's have a look at that. Let's pop that away, get that reflection. There we go. And again, some nice movement in the horses. One thing I will say on all these figures, I wouldn't try and do that to get them off the base. Use a pair of snips, because otherwise there's fear of you breaking them off at the ankles. I mean, I've always used snips to get figures off the bases anyway. But yeah, they're nice. I do like that. It's nice sort of details and that on there. For 15mm, really, really good. Really impressed. Oh, there's some more mounted, dismounted knights. Again, bit of flash. And that's what I've noticed. It's the knights that's got most of the flash on. Everything else seems okay. Lovely weapons and that. Even the details on the weapons and that I think are quite nice. Let's have a look, see what else we got in there. Get some different figures out for you to see. There we go. The crossbowman. I mean, yeah, really, really nice. Crossbows are on separate. That's the only thing that's separate in here I've noticed on this army. Here's the crossbows. So again, lovely sharp lines and that on the strapping and everything. And again in the armour, even look at the chainmail look around there, around the coif there, and that looks really, really good. Really nice. And let's have a look, see if I can find, there we go. One of the spearmen with Pavese. Again, what's the things like? Yeah, not too bad, they ain't going to break easy. Nice Pavese. Again, nice details and that. As I said, it's only the knights that seems to have the flash on them. Here is the dismounted foot commanders. There you go. Really nice. Really nice. I do like these. Very impressed. So there we have it. That is, I say I won't get many of them out. That's the French army. So next up then we have the English army for the 100 Years' War. As they say, it's the Pacto Starter army. I mean, I do like the artwork on these and that. I think all the boxes of the Pacto sets and that are really nice. Oh, one thing I have noticed on their websites, just thinking about it actually, it's just come to me then. Obviously you can buy this starter set and that, which is, I think, a good value for money for what you get in it. They also do like little blister packs and they do unit packs. So if you just wanted a unit of cavalry or a unit of spearmen or something, you do that. Or if you just wanted a few figures to add in, like a normal little blister, like 4 figures or 6, you know, just to add into it to make a unit bigger, they do that as well. But I think that is a direct only from Plastic Soldier Company, whereas obviously these sets, I've noticed that in the stores and that you can get. But anyway. So what you get in there on the English, you get 3 mounted generals, 6 foot command, 30 billmen, 54 longbowmen and 18 foot men-at-arms. So again, some nice sort of selection and sort of like a varied selection as you would expect for the English compared to the French. So let's get these ones out. Again, all I'll do is let me take a few out. It's a smaller bag, this one. I'll let me take a few out and that, because so you get loads of different sprues and that in there to sort of see. Hopefully we get a good selection of them all. The horses are the same horses for the mounted commander, exactly the same as the French horses and that you've seen. So let's start off with some longbowmen. Again, look at that, they look really, really nice. The detail is amazing, really. I'm very impressed with the level of detail on that on these miniatures. Just do that. Yeah, they're flexible and quite strong as well. Again, I would, don't forget, snip off here because you could get breakages and that. So just use your snips and that there. And there we are. That's those in there. Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. I'm actually quite excited to get these done, to be fair. But it's a project that's going to be in the queue, I'm afraid. This is just a sort of like a little brief look at the figures before we get into it. So I've got a couple of other projects I need to do first. These are the foot men-at-arms. Really nice. really, and like I said, the details are really, really good on these figures. That with this visor up there, and like the pig snouts and that on them. Yeah, really, really nice. Okay, the billman. Bit of flash on those, bit of a clean up, not too bad. Let's get around here. Get over those. Yeah, they're alright, they're okay, they're good. Once again, it's obviously just be careful getting the figures off the sprue. I think that's more the case. As I say, it's just a selection of the figures I'm going to show you. Oops, there we go. I mean, these would definitely be ideal for playing to the strongest. I know Fraser, if I can't remember, Fraser, he's done a to the strongest battle report recently. That was really interesting. Thoroughly enjoyed that. If you've never played TTS, and that it is a good game, really, really good game. Fast, simple to pick up, and Fraser's right and John's right. You don't see the grid when you're playing the game. There we are. I'll put some stills up at the end of this video from the pictures off of Plastic Soldier Company's website of painted miniatures of these, just so you guys can get an idea, get an impression of what they're like. And I have to say, I'm really impressed and sort of looking forward to get them done. Well, that's the video for today then, guys. I hope you enjoyed sort of having a look at this sort of review. For my impression of it, my final opinion, I'm really impressed. I've got to be honest. I was skeptical when I first got these, and even I got these a few weeks ago for this future project, and I was impressed looking at them then. So when Simon asked me to do a review, I sort of jumped at the chance really when I could get there and get it done. But I hope you guys have enjoyed sort of seeing these figures up close, and I hope it sort of inspired you to sort of like have a look at these miniatures. Whether or not the Mortem and Glorium is your bag or not, like me, it's not for me, but I do like the miniatures. So, and this is a good way. The starter army is a good way of getting into a project, and that because obviously you get a good selection of units. Well, that's it then, guys. I'll put some stills up at the end. And until next time, guys, hope your projects are all going well. And until next time, please stay safe and happy wargaming.